Have you ever wondered why the harder we chase happiness, the further away it seems? Could it be that we're pursuing something inherently fleeting? Let's uncover the truth through Buddhist philosophy. In today's world, happiness often feels like the ultimate goal. We work tirelessly, earn money, and build relationships, all in the hope of achieving that elusive state of happiness. But according to Buddhist teachings, happiness is not the ultimate destination, because it is inherently impermanent. The Buddha taught that all emotions, whether joy or sorrow, are temporary states, much like clouds drifting across the sky. When we rely on external conditions to feel happy, that satisfaction is often short-lived, leaving behind emptiness. So, what is the path to true peace? Buddhism teaches that instead of chasing happiness, we should seek inner peace. Inner peace does not depend on external circumstances. It is cultivated through a deeper understanding of life's true nature. Mindfulness, living fully in the present moment, free from attachment to the past or anxiety about the future. Letting go. Releasing desires, anger, and ignorance that cloud our minds. Understanding impermanence, realizing that everything is constantly changing, allowing us to detach from clinging to anything. When we practice these principles, our minds become lighter, like a still lake reflecting the truth of the universe without being disturbed by emotional waves. A question for reflection. Take a moment to reflect, is the happiness you're chasing truly bringing you lasting fulfillment? Or is it just a fleeting feeling? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video insightful, share it with your friends and family to spread the message of inner peace. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you won't miss meaningful content like this. True peace and happiness begin with inner transformation. Join us on this journey. Part 1. The journey of pursuing happiness. A Buddhist perspective. Happiness in modern society. In today's world, happiness is often defined by external achievements such as acquiring wealth, gaining recognition, or building relationships. We are frequently told that happiness lies in owning a dream house, having a stable career, or earning social accolades for our accomplishments. However, this pursuit doesn't always bring the satisfaction we expect. Instead, it often leads to negative emotions like stress, anxiety, and an inexplicable sense of emptiness. The more we strive for, the more we feel we lack. Why is happiness so elusive? The Buddha taught that relying on external factors to find happiness is the primary cause of suffering. Happiness tied to material conditions or social recognition is fleeting because these things are inherently impermanent. This is the essence of impermanence, anicca, emphasized in Buddhist teachings. The stress of chasing happiness. The pursuit of happiness not only exhausts us physically but also takes a toll on our mental well-being. The greater our ambition to achieve, the more we are caught in a cycle of comparison, envy, and disappointment. When we achieve our goals, there's a fleeting sense of satisfaction, but it soon fades. We begin searching for new goals, creating an endless cycle. When we fail to achieve them, we can fall into feelings of inadequacy, sadness, and sometimes despair. Moreover, the competitive nature of modern society adds to the pressure. People not only want to feel sufficient, but also better than others. This drives us further from the true essence of happiness because, instead of savoring life, we are consumed by ambition. Question for you. Are the things you're striving for truly bringing lasting happiness, or are they merely temporary feelings of pleasure? The Buddhist view on happiness. Buddhism teaches that external happiness, even when attained, is temporary. Happiness tied to material possessions is unsustainable because it's subject to impermanence. Wealth, owning a beautiful house or car may bring initial joy. But over time, familiarity dulls the emotional value of these possessions. Fame, achieving a high social status can provide pride, but it also comes with pressure and the fear of losing that status. Relationships, love and friendship are powerful sources of joy, but they are not always stable. Loss and separation can lead to profound sorrow. According to the Buddha, relying on these external factors for happiness inevitably leads to suffering. Whenever we cling to something, its changes or loss will cause pain. How to find true happiness? Buddhism doesn't dismiss the joy derived from external conditions but emphasizes that sustainable happiness must come from within. This requires cultivating a calm mind and a heart that knows how to let go. 1. Mindfulness. Mindfulness is the ability to live fully in the present moment. Being aware of everything happening without judgment. By practicing mindfulness, we stop seeking happiness in past memories or future fantasies. 2. Letting go. Letting go doesn't mean giving up everything but releasing our attachments to things beyond our control. This lightens the mind and frees us from negative emotions. 3. Understanding impermanence. Recognizing that everything in life is subject to change helps us avoid becoming overly attached to anything. This way, we no longer fear loss or depend on external factors for happiness. 4. Wisdom. Wisdom allows us to see the true nature of life and understand that real happiness lies not in possession but in a peaceful state of mind. A message to our audience. Do you feel like the pursuit of happiness is wearing you out? Or have you discovered ways to live with greater inner peace? Share your thoughts in the comments below, we'd love to hear from you. If you found this content meaningful, please like, subscribe to our channel. And share it with your friends to spread the message of inner peace. Join us on this journey to discover true happiness from within. Part 2. Understanding impermanence. The key to letting go. What is impermanence? The concept of impermanence, anicca, is one of the core teachings of Buddhism, emphasizing that everything in life is subject to change and nothing is permanent. From small, everyday occurrences like changing weather and shifting moods to larger aspects such as aging, health, and relationships, all things are part of an ongoing process of transformation. According to the Buddha, the nature of existence is change. Anything that exists in this world, whether material possessions or emotions, is governed by this law. Impermanence is not negative, it's simply the nature of reality. However, it is our inability to recognize or our resistance to impermanence that leads to suffering. Recognizing impermanence in everyday life. Let's take a closer look at some familiar aspects of life to better understand impermanence. 1. Health and aging. No one can stop the flow of time. From birth to old age, our bodies continuously change. Clinging to youth or perfect health only leads to disappointment as time inevitably takes these things away. 2. Relationships. Relationships in life, whether with family, friends, or loved ones, are subject to impermanence. Today, we may feel close, but tomorrow things may shift due to misunderstandings, distance, or even death. 3. Wealth and achievements. Material possessions and accomplishments do not last forever. They can be lost to unforeseen circumstances like disasters, changing conditions, or even shifts in the value we place on them. Letting go, the art of inner peace. When we realize that everything we pursue is subject to change or disappearance, we begin to understand that clinging to these things only causes suffering. However, this doesn't mean we have to abandon everything or live with indifference. Letting go, as taught in Buddhism, is a way of living with awareness and wisdom. 1. Letting go is not indifference. Letting go doesn't mean we stop caring about the people or things around us. On the contrary, it allows us to love and appreciate what we have without fear of loss. 2. Learning to accept. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up but rather understanding life as it is. When good things come, we cherish them. When challenges arise, we adapt instead of resisting. 3. Living in the present. Understanding impermanence helps us stop dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. The only thing we truly have is the present moment. Impermanence as an opportunity for growth. While impermanence can feel unsettling, it is also the reason life is so precious and meaningful. Because everything changes, each moment becomes unique and irreplaceable. 1. The value of time. Recognizing that time is finite encourages us to treasure every moment. We learn to prioritize what truly matters, like family, health, and meaningful goals. 2. A motivation to change. Impermanence doesn't only apply to the things we love but also to the difficulties we face. Knowing that suffering will pass can inspire hope and determination. 3. Cultivating compassion. The constant changes in life remind us that everyone is navigating their own struggles. This awareness fosters compassion, understanding, and a willingness to support one another. Applying the philosophy of impermanence. How can we truly live with an understanding of impermanence? 1. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness helps us fully embrace the present moment without judgment. By recognizing that all feelings and circumstances are temporary, we can avoid being consumed by negative emotions. 2. Practice meditation. Meditation nurtures a peaceful mind, allowing us to face change without being overwhelmed. 3. Gratitude for every moment. Instead of worrying about the future or regretting the past, we can appreciate the present. Every good thing is a temporary gift that we are fortunate to experience. 4. Learning to let go. Let go of excessive expectations, grudges, or anything that weighs you down. This practice brings lightness to the mind and freedom to the heart. A message to our audience. What are your thoughts on the concept of impermanence? Does it make you feel uneasy? Or does it bring you peace? Share your reflections in the comments below, we'd love to hear from you. If you found this content meaningful, don't forget to like, subscribe to our channel, and share it to spread the message of letting go and finding inner peace. Join us on this journey to uncover the deeper meaning of life through the lens of Buddhist wisdom. Part 3. Inner peace comes from within. The illusion of external peace. In our modern world, many believe that peace can be found in external circumstances, whether it's through financial stability, career success, relationships, or material possessions. We chase after these goals, thinking they will bring us lasting happiness and tranquility. But Buddhism teaches a different truth. True peace does not lie in external achievements. Why? Because everything external is impermanent. Money can be lost, relationships can change, and even the most beautiful moments eventually pass. When we tie our sense of peace to these fleeting things, we become vulnerable to disappointment, anxiety, and suffering. This cycle of dependency on external factors for inner fulfillment is what Buddhism calls dukkha, the dissatisfaction inherent in life when we cling to what is temporary. To break free, we must turn inward and discover the unshakable source of peace within ourselves. Turning inward to find true peace. 1. Why peace begins within. Buddhist teachings emphasize that our mind is both the source of our suffering and the key to our liberation. When we look outward, we often get caught in comparison, judgment, and desire. But when we turn inward, we can confront the root causes of our suffering, our attachment, aversion, and ignorance. Peace comes from understanding the nature of our own mind and learning to cultivate it. A peaceful mind can remain calm even amidst chaos, while an untrained mind can find turmoil even in the most serene settings. 2. The role of self-awareness. Self-awareness is the first step in finding inner peace. Through mindfulness and meditation, we can observe our thoughts, emotions, and reactions without being controlled by them. This practice helps us recognize the patterns that lead to suffering and allows us to gently let go of what no longer serves us. 3. Acceptance and non-attachment. Buddhism teaches that peace is not about controlling or eliminating difficulties but about changing how we relate to them. Acceptance is key. When we accept life as it is, without clinging to what we want or rejecting what we don't want, we free ourselves from the constant push and pull of desire and fear. Non-attachment doesn't mean detachment or apathy. Instead, it's about fully engaging with life while understanding its impermanent nature. By letting go of the need for things to be a certain way, we open ourselves to experience the present moment fully and without resistance. Living in the present moment. One of the most profound ways to access inner peace is through living in the present moment. The present is the only reality we truly have, the past is gone, and the future is uncertain. 1. Mindfulness as a path to peace. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully aware of the here and now. Whether you're eating, walking, or simply breathing. Mindfulness brings your attention to the present and allows you to experience life without distraction. By practicing mindfulness, we stop dwelling on past regrets or future worries. This shift from mental chatter to present moment awareness helps quiet the mind and cultivates a sense of peace. 2. Gratitude in the now. When we live in the present, we begin to notice the small but profound joys of life, the warmth of the sun, the taste of a meal, or the sound of laughter. Gratitude naturally arises, reminding us that peace isn't found in grand achievements but in appreciating what we already have. Practical steps to cultivate inner peace. 1. Start with meditation. Meditation is a cornerstone of Buddhist practice for finding inner peace. By sitting quietly and focusing on the breath, we train our minds to let go of distractions and cultivate a sense of calm. Even a few minutes of daily meditation can create a profound shift. 2. Practice loving kindness. Loving kindness meditation, or metta, involves cultivating feelings of goodwill and compassion toward ourselves and others. This practice helps dissolve anger, resentment, and fear, creating space for peace to flourish. 3. Simplify your life. Often, we complicate our lives with unnecessary possessions, commitments, or expectations. Simplifying your surroundings and priorities can help reduce stress and create more room for inner clarity. 4. Reconnect with nature. Spending time in nature reminds us of life's simplicity and interconnectedness. Whether it's a walk in the park or sitting by a river, nature has a way of grounding us and bringing us back to the present moment. A message to reflect on. Inner peace is not something you need to chase, it's already within you, waiting to be uncovered. As the Buddha said, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. What does this mean to you? Have you experienced moments of inner peace, and if so, how did you cultivate them? Or, do you struggle to find peace amidst the challenges of daily life? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If this message resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Help us spread the timeless wisdom of Buddhist teachings to others who may be searching for peace. Together, let's embark on this journey to live with more clarity, compassion, and tranquility. Part 4. The role of mindfulness, a path to inner peace. What is mindfulness in Buddhism? Mindfulness, or sati, is one of the core practices in Buddhist teachings. It involves maintaining a moment-by-moment awareness of our thoughts, emotions, bodily sensations, and the surrounding environment. More importantly, mindfulness is about observing these experiences without judgment or attachment. The Buddha taught that mindfulness is a tool to help us see reality as it truly is, free from the distortions of craving, aversion, and ignorance. By practicing mindfulness, we can learn to live in harmony with life's impermanence and find peace amidst the constant changes of the world. How mindfulness brings clarity and freedom. 1. Awareness of thoughts and emotions. One of the first benefits of mindfulness is gaining awareness of our thoughts and emotions. Often, we live on autopilot, unaware of how our internal dialogue shapes our perceptions and reactions. For example, a fleeting thought of self-doubt might spiral into a full-blown narrative of inadequacy. Mindfulness helps us catch these thoughts early, recognize them as temporary mental events, and let them pass without identifying with them. 2. Observing without judgment. Mindfulness encourages us to observe our inner and outer experiences without labeling them as good or bad. This non-judgmental observation allows us to break free from the cycle of reactivity. If you feel anger, for instance, instead of suppressing it or acting on it, mindfulness teaches you to simply notice the anger, its physical sensations, the thoughts accompanying it, and its eventual dissipation. This detachment from emotional reactivity is key to finding peace. 3. Letting go of attachments. Through mindfulness, we become more aware of our attachments and cravings. Whether it's the desire for success, approval, or material possessions, these attachments often lead to suffering when unmet. Mindfulness helps us recognize these patterns, understand their impermanent nature, and gradually let go of them. Mindfulness practices for daily life. The beauty of mindfulness is that it can be practiced anywhere, at any time. Here are some practical ways to incorporate mindfulness into your daily life. 1. Mindful breathing. The breath is a powerful anchor for mindfulness. Simply taking a few deep breaths and focusing on the sensation of the air entering and leaving your nostrils can ground you in the present moment. Practice. Find a quiet place to sit. Close your eyes and take slow, deep breaths. Pay attention to the rise and fall of your chest or the sensation of the breath at your nostrils. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back to the breath. 2. Mindful eating. Eating mindfully helps us appreciate the food we consume and develop a deeper connection to our body's needs. Practice. Before eating, take a moment to observe the colors, textures, and smells of your food. Chew slowly and focus on the taste and texture of each bite. Notice when you feel full and stop eating when satisfied. 3. Mindful walking. Walking meditation is a way to bring mindfulness into movement. Practice. Walk slowly, paying attention to the sensation of your feet touching the ground. Notice the rhythm of your steps, the feel of the air on your skin, and the sounds around you. Stay present with each step, letting go of thoughts about the past or future. The profound benefits of mindfulness. 1. Reduces stress and anxiety. Mindfulness helps calm the mind by bringing our focus to the present moment instead of dwelling on past regrets or future worries. This shift can significantly reduce stress and anxiety. 2. Enhances emotional resilience. By observing emotions without being overwhelmed by them, mindfulness builds emotional resilience. Over time, we learn to respond to challenges with clarity and calm rather than impulsive reactions. 3. Improves focus and clarity. In a world full of distractions, mindfulness sharpens our focus and enhances our ability to concentrate on the task at hand. 4. Cultivates gratitude and compassion. Mindfulness helps us notice the small joys of life, fostering a sense of gratitude. It also deepens our understanding of others' struggles, encouraging compassion and kindness. Mindfulness as the gateway to inner peace. When practiced consistently, mindfulness becomes a gateway to true inner peace. By bringing our awareness to the present moment, we free ourselves from the endless cycle of desire and dissatisfaction. Mindfulness teaches us that peace isn't something we need to search for, it's already within us, waiting to be uncovered. All it takes is our willingness to slow down, pay attention, and embrace life as it is. A question for you. How do you practice mindfulness in your daily life? Do you find it challenging to stay present? Or have you discovered any techniques that work well for you? We'd love to hear your experiences in the comments below. If this discussion resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue sharing Buddhist teachings and practical tools for cultivating peace and happiness. Let's walk this path together, one mindful step at a time. Part 5. Let happiness come naturally, a path to true fulfillment. The paradox of pursuing happiness. In the modern world, happiness is often treated as a goal to chase, a destination to reach once we've achieved enough success, wealth, or recognition. Yet, the more we strive for happiness, the more elusive it becomes. Buddhist teachings highlight this paradox, reminding us that happiness cannot be found through endless striving or external pursuits. Instead, happiness emerges naturally when the mind is free from attachment, aversion, and ignorance. When we stop chasing happiness and focus instead on cultivating inner peace, we create the conditions for happiness to arise spontaneously. As the Buddha taught, happiness is not something we pursue, it is a byproduct of a tranquil and liberated mind. The problem with pursuing happiness. 1. Happiness as a moving target. One of the challenges of pursuing happiness is that it's always shifting. What made us happy yesterday might not satisfy us today. For instance, you might dream of a promotion at work, believing it will bring lasting joy. But once you achieve it, the happiness fades, and a new desire takes its place. This endless cycle of craving and dissatisfaction is what Buddhism calls dukkha, or suffering. 2. Attachment to outcomes. When we tie our happiness to specific outcomes, we set ourselves up for disappointment. Life is unpredictable, and circumstances are constantly changing. By clinging to the idea that happiness depends on external factors, we become vulnerable to frustration and despair when things don't go as planned. 3. The illusion of control. Pursuing happiness often stems from the illusion that we can control life's outcomes. But the truth is, much of life is beyond our control. Recognizing this reality is the first step toward letting go of the futile pursuit of happiness and embracing the peace that comes from acceptance. How happiness arises naturally. 1. Inner peace as the foundation. Buddhist philosophy teaches that true happiness arises from inner peace. When the mind is calm and free from agitation, happiness naturally follows. Inner peace doesn't come from avoiding life's challenges but from changing our relationship with them. By practicing mindfulness, compassion, and acceptance, we create a stable foundation for happiness to flourish. 2. Letting go of attachments. Letting go doesn't mean detachment from life but rather releasing the grip of attachment. For example, instead of clinging to possessions, we can appreciate their use without identifying with them. Instead of seeking validation, we can find contentment within ourselves. This practice of letting go creates space for happiness to arise, unburdened by the weight of constant craving. 3. Living in the present moment. Happiness cannot be found in the past or the future, it exists only in the present moment. When we bring our awareness to the here and now, we free ourselves from regrets about the past and anxieties about the future. Simple practices like mindful breathing, walking, or even observing nature can ground us in the present and reveal the quiet joy that resides there. The role of gratitude in natural happiness. Gratitude is a powerful practice that aligns with Buddhist teachings on contentment. By focusing on what we have rather than what we lack, we shift our perspective from dissatisfaction to appreciation. Practice. Each day, reflect on 3 things you're grateful for. They can be as simple as the warmth of the sun, a kind word from a friend, or a moment of stillness. Over time, this practice rewires the mind to notice life's blessings, fostering a natural sense of happiness. Lessons from Buddhist teachings. 1. The middle way. The Buddha's path of the middle way reminds us to avoid extremes, whether indulgence in pleasure or denial of life's joys. Happiness arises from balance and moderation, not from excess or deprivation. 2. Impermanence and happiness. Understanding impermanence helps us appreciate happiness when it arises, without clinging to it. Like all things, happiness is transient. By accepting its impermanent nature, we can enjoy it fully while it lasts and let it go when it fades. 3. Compassion and connection. Happiness also grows through acts of kindness and connection. When we extend compassion to others, we experience a sense of fulfillment that transcends personal gain. Practical steps to let happiness come naturally. 1. Focus on inner growth. Instead of chasing external goals, focus on developing qualities like mindfulness, patience, and compassion. These qualities cultivate inner peace, the true source of happiness. 2. Simplify your life. Happiness thrives in simplicity. Let go of unnecessary possessions, commitments, or expectations that create stress. Embrace a life of intention and clarity. 3. Practice mindful acceptance. Learn to accept life as it is, rather than resisting what you cannot change. Acceptance doesn't mean complacency, it means finding peace in the present moment while working toward positive change. 4. Engage in meaningful activities. Happiness often arises when we engage in activities that align with our values and bring us a sense of purpose. Whether it's helping others, practicing meditation, or pursuing a creative passion, meaningful actions nurture lasting joy. Final thoughts. Happiness is not a goal to achieve or a prize to win, it's the natural result of a peaceful and liberated mind. When we stop chasing happiness and focus on cultivating inner peace, we open the door for happiness to enter our lives effortlessly. As the Buddha taught, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. By turning inward, letting go of attachments, and embracing the present moment, we discover that happiness has been with us all along, waiting to be uncovered. What do you think? Have you experienced happiness arising naturally in your life? What practices or insights have helped you let go of the constant pursuit of happiness? Share your thoughts in the comments below, we'd love to hear from you. If this message resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Together, let's explore the wisdom of Buddhist teachings and create a more peaceful, fulfilling life. Conclusion: nurture inner peace instead of chasing happiness. In our modern world, it's easy to get caught in the relentless pursuit of happiness. We often believe that happiness lies in future achievements, whether it's material wealth, personal success, or external validation. But as we've explored through the lens of Buddhist teachings, the pursuit of happiness can often lead to dissatisfaction, stress, and endless craving. Happiness, in this sense, becomes a moving target, always just out of reach. However, Buddhism teaches us a profound truth: instead of chasing happiness, we should focus on nurturing inner peace. Happiness is not something that can be forced or pursued, it is a natural byproduct of a calm and balanced mind. When we stop running after happiness and start cultivating peace within ourselves, we open the door for true joy to naturally flow into our lives. The importance of mindfulness. Mindfulness, or Chan Neem, is one of the most powerful practices that help us nurture this inner peace. By simply paying attention to the present moment, we become more aware of our thoughts, emotions, and actions. Through mindfulness, we learn to observe these mental and emotional states without judgment, allowing us to let go of unnecessary attachments and reactive behaviors. As we practice mindfulness, we begin to see that much of our suffering comes from our constant craving and clinging to things that are fleeting and impermanent. We start to understand that happiness cannot be found in external conditions, but in our ability to be present, accept, and let go. By practicing mindfulness, we break free from the cycle of craving and aversion, which is the root cause of suffering. Understanding impermanence and letting go. Another essential teaching in Buddhism is the principle of impermanence, vo thuong. Everything in life, our thoughts, emotions, relationships, and even our possessions, is constantly changing. This understanding of impermanence helps us detach from the belief that happiness lies in these transient things. When we grasp the reality of impermanence, we are able to release our attachments to them. We learn to appreciate what we have in the present moment without clinging to it. This act of letting go is not about indifference, it's about accepting life as it is, without trying to control or hold on to it. Through letting go, we find the freedom to experience true peace. As we no longer depend on external conditions for our sense of well-being. The path to peace and tranquility. To truly find inner peace, we need to start from within. The path to peace begins with small steps, moments of mindfulness, awareness, and self-compassion. It's not about striving for perfection or achieving a certain goal. It's about living in alignment with the present moment and letting go of the need to control everything. When we embrace peace from within, we begin to experience a sense of tranquility that is independent of external circumstances. This inner peace is stable, steady, and enduring. It does not fade when we face difficulties or challenges. Instead, it becomes a source of strength and resilience, allowing us to navigate life's ups and downs with calmness and clarity. Start small today. The key to nurturing inner peace is consistency. It's about making mindfulness a part of our daily life, whether through meditation, conscious breathing, or simply being present in our interactions with others. Each small step we take toward mindfulness and acceptance brings us closer to a peaceful and fulfilled life. So, I encourage you to take a small step today. It could be as simple as taking a few moments to sit quietly and breathe deeply, focusing on the present moment. Or, it could be noticing when you're attached to a particular thought or emotion and gently letting it go. These small actions, practiced daily, can lead to profound changes in your experience of life. What do you think? Have you tried to focus on nurturing inner peace rather than pursuing happiness? What small steps can you take today to begin cultivating mindfulness and letting go of attachments? Share your thoughts in the comments below, we'd love to hear your perspective. If this message resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insights on Buddhist teachings and how they can guide us toward a peaceful and joyful life. Let's begin the journey to inner peace, together.